Before I get going with Sunday's video report, just a quick apology for not being here on Saturday. I've got to be honest with you guys. It was a tough day for me emotionally. I really thought at the last minute Kanye and Kimmy would invite me to France to go to the wedding, especially after Jay-Z and Beyonce backed out. And it was a crushing blow. And I personally don't know how Kimmy and Kanye got through the day. No Jay-Z, no Beyonce, no Al DeMarco. To me, that's like a triple whammy. How long is this marriage going to be good for? It's destined to fail. In all seriousness, no, I just want to say one thing, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I think she's a dog. I'm sorry. I just don't see the appeal in her. I don't see it with the phony lashes, the piles of makeup, that big ass. I'm sorry. I think she's a dog. I think the whole family is a joke. Just my personal opinion, but I feel much better now. I had to get that off my chest, and I use these videos as, kind of like therapy. So now we can move forward. Speaking of teams that need therapy and people that need therapy, how about the Indiana Pacers? I'll tell you what, Jeff Benton yesterday wasn't a happy guy in the first quarter. Jeff Benton yesterday had the second ever 200 dime play of his career. And it was on the Heat last night. And, of course, he hit the first one, so he was going for the grand slam last night, right? And your team is down 15 points, and you're laying 6.5 at home. But you saw how the game turned out. God, halfway through the second quarter when the Heat started to make their surge and the Pacers just forgot to hit the broadside of a barn, and it was a 4-point game at halftime, I knew Benton was going to win. There was no ifs, ands, or buts in that one. As a matter of fact, you should have just all gone in and bet the Heat in the second half of that game. The Pacers, it is an amazing thing. People are talking about how, Roy Hibbert isn't delivering. David West isn't getting enough points, not getting the ball enough. Did you see their guards play last night? George Hill was atrocious. Hill, Stevenson, Evan Turner a bust. Evan Turner was an okay player on a bad team with Philadelphia, but he's a bad player on a good team with the Pacers, okay? And Razul Butler, these guys couldn't get the ball inside to Hibbert, to George, and to West if their life depended on it. And it's not like Miami was packing the lane down low. What suddenly did the Heat do differently? If your guards can't get the ball inside to allow your team to take advantage of the one advantage that they do have, the size mismatch, you ain't going to win no games. Even when you have a 15-point early lead. So, Jeff Benton cashes in. Congratulations to him. And, of course, you got that play as the half-price play of the day. And today, Benton coming right back with his Western Conference total of the year, the Spurs Thunder over-under. Oh, it has such a nice rhyme to it, doesn't it? It's 59 winner number 30 out of 49. More importantly, 29 out of 44 winning days for Jeff Benton. $10 bettors have won $10,380 in that stretch. And you get it as the 9-day payday winner for just $9. Use coupon code JEFF9, Jeff9, Jeff, and the number 9, and you'll save $80 in the process. Meanwhile, the high price play of the day. Let's see. We have now, it's 10 out of 13. 10 out of 13 over the past 2 weeks. And today, turning to Trace Adams, biggest NBA play he's ever had. Ultra rare 2,000-star release. Now, a 1,000-star play is his normal top-rated play, just like he had on Miami last night, and he's won 8 of those last 9. Today, this play is a double-your-wager release. Now, he had his first ever 2,000-star play in baseball. You may recall it was on Thursday, and the Cardinals, his underdog of the year, plus $1.45 delivered. You got that as a half-price play of the day. You're going to get today's double your wager. One and only 2,000-star playoff game of his career. Thunder, Spurs, the side selection at half price simply by using the coupon code REPEAT. R-E-P-E-A-T. REPEAT will get you that one at half price. R-E-P-E-A-T from Trace Adams. Finally, the charity play of the week. Winner number 35 out of 56 and 7 of the last 8. And I'm putting myself on the grilling plate once more. Delivered you a free winner last Sunday as the charity play of the week with the Colorado Rockies as a 145 run line dog, beating San Diego in extra innings 8-6. And in fact, the last 3 charity play winners have come in courtesy of yours truly. And I'm going to go to the well once more again. Now, did I lose yesterday? a 15 dime play on the Atlanta Braves? Yes, I did. Yes, they lost 3-1 as a $1.45 favorite at home and eroded the profit that I had accumulated since last Sunday. But you know, guys, I have always been a firm believer and truly always live up to and maintain in my own personal gambling and betting philosophy. I live up to this. I don't let yesterday affect today. I think anybody that lets yesterday's results, whether positive or negative, affect the way they play the following day, you often miss a money-making opportunity. And there is nothing worse than seeing a potential moneymaker go by the boards because you didn't play it, or you didn't play it for the way and the value it should have been played. So I'm coming right back today. I found another run line dog that I absolutely love. It's the best bet on the board. You get it for free simply by using coupon code FREE, F-R-E-E. You get the $79 play for free, just as you did last Sunday, just as you have for the last 3 charity play winners over the past month. And again, it's on the afternoon card. Listen, if you have not yet made your donation from last week, please do so. All the information is available simply by scrolling down the page. A young girl by the name of Rachel Wilson from Athens, New York, paralyzed at the age of 18 in a car crash. In the subsequent years, she has been able to stand just once. She is looking to get the funds to purchase something called a standing frame, which is an apparatus which will allow her to stand again. And as I've said before, think of this, guys, when you're done watching this video report, when you're done calling in your bets today or placing them online or whatever the hell you're doing with them, you're going to get up out of that chair and walk away. She's seeking the ability to stand for just the second time since being paralyzed 7 years ago. I've used her 5 times, and I hate saying it that way, but I've designated her, I guess is a more proper way to say it, as the Charity Play of the Week recipient 5 times. We have gotten so close to meeting her goal. And, you know, 5 times. Hell, guys, I've given $1,250 personally towards the cause. I'm asking you to make the contribution. It's the right thing to do as the Charity Play of the Week program continues. Now, let's get to your complimentary plays. Let's break down game number 3 of the Thunder Spurs series. If Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant decide to play nice and maybe talk to each other, you know, the Thunder might have a chance here in tonight's game. But the biggest problem with the Thunder, listen, Serge Ibaka can come back today and pull off a Willis Reed. People going here under the age of 30 going, what's he talking about? Willis Reed. You remember Willis Reed, 1970, dragging that one leg onto the court, giving his team the emotional lift? I don't think Serge Ibaka is Willis Reed, okay? But listen, the Thunder needs something. The bottom line is the Thunder needs some offense. You know, Scotty Brooks is talking about making some changes in his lineup. He better. I mean, when you consider that Cephalosha, Perkins, and Collison have 9 points on 4 of 19 shooting in the first 2 games, when you have Durant and Westbrook struggling, and the other 3 starters have a total of 9 points and 4 for 17 shooting the first 3 games, you need something. Whether it's Ibaka, who's team's 3rd leading scorer, and of course, really their only true rim defender and best defensive stopper, or maybe he puts Reggie Jackson, who's really been, along with Derek Fisher, their only 2 guns off the bench, into the starting lineup. You need somebody to take the heat off of Westbrook and Durant, who have simply struggled in this game. I mean, do you realize that those 2 are averaging a combined 20 points less per game in the first 2 games of the series than they did in the first 2 rounds of the postseason? And they've got 83 total points in the first 2 games, but they've needed 80 shots to get them because the Spurs are perfectly content to double down low on both of these guys and put the clamps on them and challenge anybody else from the Thunder to beat them. And as you have seen, the Oklahoma City Thunder have not been able to. Now, listen, in terms of a side selection here, I think the Thunder can pull off the win here. I think. But why bother with the side? Look at the total. It's 208.5 points, okay? I think the Thunder obviously realize, as I just explained to you, they've got to get going offensively here in this game. So you're going to see Westbrook and Durant be much more aggressive early on. Meanwhile, go back to game number 7 of the Dallas series for the Spurs. In the 8 games since then, they've won 7 out of 8 by an average of nearly 21 points a game. But here's the deal. I mean, they have just been shooting great in that 8-game stretch, over 50%, almost 51% in that 8-game stretch. And when you look at the fact that only Duncan and Parker are averaging over 30 minutes during those 8 games. And that Parker now says he's back to 100% after 22 points in game number 2 and 14 points and 12 assists in game number 1. I mean, the Spurs are on a roll. They have the depth. They're putting points up on the board. The Thunder are defenseless. If they are to win this game, they've got to outscore the Spurs in this one. I mean, when you look that the Spurs are averaging 121 points in their last 8 games on that 51% shooting, you can see why they played so well. So why not take the over in this contest? I think that's the way to go. Spurs Thunder over the total of 208.5 points. Now, for your other complimentary plays, I cashed in with a 10-dime release with Adam Wainwright in his last start for the Cardinals. I told you day afterwards that I love Adam Wainwright. You can't not love a guy who has a 1.88 earned run or 1.85 earned run average on the season. The Cardinals have won 8 of his 10 starts. He is a 150 favorite at Cincinnati tonight. Now, he opened the season with a very strong performance against the Reds in Cincinnati, 9 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, and 7 shutout innings. He's coming off that complete game 1-hit effort against Arizona in his last start. And even though the Cardinals are 8-2 in his 10 starts this season, and 6 of those 8 wins have come by 2 runs or more, tonight is not a night to play him on the run line. I think instead you go ahead and play him straight up on the money line. Cardinals minus $1.50. That's the way to play in this game against Mike Leake, who the Reds continually fail to support in terms of giving him any type of offensive production when he takes the hill. Plus, Leake has always struggled against the Cardinals, 2-4 with a 5.77 earned run average in his last 7 home starts against St. Louis. Listen, you look at the offensive lack of support for Leake. His last 6 starts, he has a 2.89 earned run average. The Reds have lost 5 of those 6 games without Votto, without Bruce. I mean, they have been struggling for weeks and weeks now. Cardinals have won 8 out of 10 after winning yesterday's game 6-3 after losing the opener 5-3. They've been deadly this season when it comes to series finales. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals. And as again, I said, not on the run line. Just go ahead and play them straight up. Finally, I'm going to take Miami, a team that has the best Major League record at home this season, winning 14 of their last 17, with Randy Wolf against the rookie Jimmy Nelson for Milwaukee. Wolf was signed back on May 14th when Jose Fernandez went and had the Tommy John surgery. He's made a couple of relief appearances, allowing 1 run and 5 innings of work, making his first start in the majors since having his second Tommy John surgery himself back in September of 2012. Had been pitching for Arizona's AAA team, which I think is in Las Vegas? I don't even know. I don't follow minor league baseball. I wouldn't know if they were playing. Who's the Las Vegas Stars? No, let's see. The Las Vegas Stars, is that the Mets? See, it just shows you. I have no clue. But anyway, yes, actually, Arizona's minor league team, I think if I'm on Jeopardy, the answer is Reno. I think. Anyway, he was 5-1 with a 4.50 earned run average in 6 AAA starts. And listen, hey, it's the Pacific Coast League. You have an earned run average under 7. You're pitching well. Bottom line is this. Jimmy Nelson, the rookie, making a second Major League start for the Brewers. Yes, he had a 1.71 earned run average in 9 AAA starts this season, but this is the big leagues. This ain't AAA. So Brewers have lost 6 out of 8 following yesterday's 2-1 loss. Miami has won 14 out of 17 at home. You've got the Marlins at pretty much even money. That's why I'm going to take them. So Miami in baseball along with St. Louis, and then the Thunder Spurs over. Those are your complimentary plays. Good luck, everybody, and I'll catch you again on Monday.